Hello everyone, and welcome to another video. This time, I'm reviewing another indie game, and will be revealing one of its greatest secrets. I want to introduce you to a game called Nightslink. Nightslink is an indie horror game created by Noiseminded. I came across it last year, and it's within my top 3 favorite indie horror games. To give you a short explanation, you play the role of someone who delivers mysterious cassette tapes to people who live in total isolation. We bring the tapes to their doors, drop them through their delivery slot, and move on to the next resident. They don't come out, and we never see them. It doesn't take long for the game to make you question what's going on. The more you play, the more questions that will be brought up. I'll get into that more in a bit. One thing Nightslink was well known for was its top secret achievement. The first 5 people who could solve it would get an actual cassette tape from the creator shipped to them. So I made this video a while ago actually. Since then, the physical tapes weren't made. The creator Noiseminded has something different planned. However, you can still get your very own cassette tape with the game's soundtrack by Abro, aka Seleni. I've transformed this video as best I can into a review and to show the efforts it took to solve the top secret achievement puzzle and the hints we were given along the way. The main thing I like about Nightslink is that it's impossible to put together a completely logical story about it. It does an excellent job of capturing my favorite style of horror, and that would be mysteries that can never be fully explained. The concept definitely seems inspired by H.P. Lovecraft and Eldritch Gods. These are some of my favorite themes. A lot of times, this type of horror can be hard to do. If it's too simple of a story, or if the dialogue is too bland, then I can't enjoy it as much. It's a game that keeps you thinking. Each tenant makes you think of another way the story can be interpreted. They each have their own personality, and the tapes seem to affect them in different ways. There are so many questions the game asks but are never answered. Just a few good questions here are, what is on the tapes, and why do the tenants order them? Who are the tenants? Why can they never leave their rooms? Who are you? What is the Nightslink? How did you get this job, and who do you work for? Why is the world in the worn down shape that it's in? These are just a few of them. I could ask at least 10 more questions about what's going on. Despite the large variety of dialogue and events, everything fits perfectly together in the Nightslink world. There's 4 nights in total, and every night we take another trip back to the rooms with another list. As the nights go on, the appearance and state of the building appears to get worse, and it definitely seems like an effect from the tapes. The world breaking down feels like it's part of our own doing. On the last night, we see the final result of the damage that our tapes have caused. The building is in its worst shape yet, and all of the tenants are holding their hands out of their doors with black orbs in hand, just like the one we've seen from Night 3. I think we can assume these orbs are some sort of life energy, or even their souls. We finally get to see what's behind the door, and it's yet another thing making us question stuff that happened throughout the entire game. The tape room is right behind this door. We were here this whole time making the tapes. So I guess a good explanation for the motorcycle ride is it's just something the Nightslink enjoys doing. He has the roads all to himself, he has the most freedom in the world, then he comes back to the tenants who have no freedom so he can deliver the tapes. Then behind the door in the tapes room is the most sinister thing of all. The cord from the tape player went into this room, and as we enter, we see 5 black orbs appear out of our body. They combine with the largest orb of all, which then descends into the darkness below, perhaps planting itself in the earth. Our final view is us observing the next evolution of the world from the streets. The massive black crystal summoned towering gods with tree-like features that surround the entire city. The ending is just one more incredibly mysterious thing on the list. One of the more accurate assumptions we can make is that the black crystals are definitely some sort of energy or coded anomaly of living people that the gods needed in order to spawn into this world. Then the planted crystal gave them the power from the earth they needed. Even though the game is only around 25 minutes long, Nightslink created a unique world with great attention to its details and atmosphere. Even as you drive by the city on the motorcycle, you wonder what's happening around the world and what might be in other buildings. Of course, we get to see the building we visit every night, but is that what most of the world is also like? It's silent, lonely, and seemingly even calm. Things don't stay quiet forever though. Maybe the tapes helped to keep this sort of order until the time where their true nature was unleashed. Another interesting detail is that all of the tenants even have names, though we never hear most of them in-game. We know from the game's dialogue that the person in room 96 is Marla, the man in 76 is named Eric, and in 88 is Michael. The 2 others who are involved in the first secret are James in room 85 and Amber in room 83. The first achievement, Alone Together, was a heartwarming addition to the game. I really like this part. On night 1 you can hear James playing an instrument, most likely a guitar. Although he's not on the list, he will answer if you knock twice. He gives you a love letter or some sort of other personal letter to give to Amber the next night. And if you do, she'll thank you and will not ask for the tape. James will also refuse the tape when you go to talk to him. The letter meant a lot to them. It's a world where nobody really gets to see each other, and you help them show that somebody cares and that their neighbor also cares for them. Do they have any way to communicate if they can't leave their rooms? Maybe not. Maybe the music is enough after the letter, or they talk through the walls at least. The rest of the nights they won't be on the list, and they will not be holding their hands out with the black orbs on night 4 like everyone else. Maybe they were saved by this. There's also this guy here. He doesn't have a name, but I think it's pretty safe to call him PS1 Keanu Reeves, which is pretty sweet. This is the only actual person you see throughout the entire game. Despite this, he doesn't speak a word to you until the final night where the world is on the brink and he tells you,
"You've really done it this time, haven't you?"
So I'm guessing he knows at least a little bit about us. Maybe he knows something about the tapes and who we work for. He reveals that you're accountable for this, even if it's in a minor way. The second thing that made me love this game was the top secret achievement. This secret achievement named Don't Be a Stranger kept me addicted to the game. I loved the mystery of it, and it was one more thing that kept me thinking. It's been a very long time since any game, video, or story gave me such an addiction to the mystery of it. I couldn't stop thinking about what the Easter egg could possibly be, or what the solution to it would be. This Easter egg went undiscovered for over half a year from the game's release. Over this time, the creator gave us hints in the form of puzzles in the Discord. The first 2 hints were pictures that had symbols of the game's coded language hidden in them. The third hint had a coded symbol hidden within an audio file. The next 2 hints were separate games he created that had the solutions to the next character in them. I myself solved the audio file hint and the first game hint. The person who ultimately found the key that contained the steps to the solution was Dusted Truffles. The key was actually hidden within one of Nightslink's trailers. Noiseminded put it in there before the game was even released. As you can see here, the key is shown in the bottom left corner for just a frame or 2. What does this key mean? 3_75 70 93 82 90. After searching for so long, the veterans knew immediately upon seeing it. On night 3, you have to go to the doors in this order. Door 75, 70, 93, 82, and finally 90, where the reclusive resident lives. And here's what he has to say. It was incredibly fulfilling to finally unlock it and hear what the reclusive resident had to say. The resident had an uplifting and positive message. In this video, I blurred out the email address so the creator doesn't get too much spam. You can find the game on Steam and earn the achievement yourself though. I would highly recommend doing a full playthrough and getting all achievements. There's a lot more that goes on than what I've shown in this video. Along the way, we had a lot of fun and uncovered so many secrets about the game. We decoded the game's secret language, learned the symbology on the tapes, and thought of so many great theories. Even if you don't play the game, there's a lot that goes on in the Discord. We even have a horror movie club where we vote on movies to watch and discuss it throughout the week. I would highly recommend trying Nightslink out, you won't be disappointed. I've put a link to the game on Steam in the description. Let me know your thoughts or explanations about the game in the comments. I'm very interested in hearing what others think about it, so please do. This is Spooky and Comfy. Have a wonderful day.